Good afternoon, parents, family members, friends and graduates, friends of the graduates, and ISC administrators, teachers, and staff. Welcome to the graduating class of 2022. We wish to thank everyone for coming to show recognition of the significant accomplishments of the graduates. In a moment, the procession will begin, first with the grade 12 faculty members, and then with the graduates. Good afternoon, everyone. This is graduating class of 2022, and I'm standing right here to welcome one person who's not able to make it tonight, Katoon Lillard. She's watching us on Zoom. Please all give her a warm welcome as well. We miss her, and we hope that everything's going well for her. Please rise for the playing of the Thailand Royal Anthem. On this occasion, we are here to recognize the significant accomplishments of the graduates of the class of 2022. The welcome address will be given by Mr. Roberto Santos, head of school. Please give him a warm welcome.
As you can all tell, technology is a wonderful tool. We have practiced this for 2 days now, and that was the biggest scene. It didn't work, so we apologize for that. Dear graduating class, your time has come. Congratulations and commendations to each of you and every one of you in this remarkable achievement of graduating from ISE. You have worked hard, and now you're ready and prepared to receive a diploma from ISE and to move on to the world of college and work. I have heard many of you say how much you love ISE and how this is really like your home. Let me tell you a little briefly about some of the things that we're working hard doing to keep your legacy alive, in the sense of this is your home, and we like for this to be the home of many kids just like you. We're really working hard on our marketing to build our school, to have it grow. We have events all these weekends, and so far we've had several families that are really interested in coming to our school. I'm just saying that to you so that you know that this school will not die, because we're going to keep it alive and we're going to keep working so that it continues to grow. At some point, we're going to ask for your help, doing interviews and those kind of things for us. We want other students to feel like most of you feel about our school. Despite the disruptions and disappointments from COVID-19, you have proven time and time again to be dedicated people who have contributed enormously to the quality of life at this school, at ISE. Much of education cannot happen without the interest of others, teachers and staff in particular. May I thank on behalf of the students, parents, all the teachers and staff, especially those here today, and recognize the wonderful role that you have played in their education. Can you let me talk to your parents for a second? You sure? Okay, thank you. I congratulate you on the milestone of having achieved getting your daughter or son through secondary school. As a parent myself, I am aware it's no easy achievement, and I am sure it has come with a few bumps on the road. Apart from their talents, your children have shown themselves to be young people with generous hearts who are at once friendly and warm in their dealings with others. Such qualities stem from the home and not the classroom. So thank you, parents, for doing such a fine job. When you walk across the stage today and receive your graduation diploma, I want each of you to know the staff are proud of you, we are proud of your accomplishments, and we wish you well. However, know that the results, some of you said this today when we were rehearsing, and we'll hear it again later. Know that the results you receive at the end of the year do not define or limit who you are. Your true vocation in life cannot be determined by exam results or qualifications. Some of you had excellent exams and wonderful grades, others of you maybe not. But those do not define who you are in the future and now as you continue to progress. The majority of people's lives bear witness to the fact that how we do at school is not necessarily how we do in life. One day I'll tell you my story, because I was that kid. How we do at school is not necessarily what you do in life. So what really matters, I think, what really counts is not so much your success at school, but how you live your life now. It is the choices you make as a graduate from ISE. And it's not just about big decisions of life. It's more to do with the seemingly small things in life. The way you greet people, the way you affirm and speak to them, the way you care for people and encourage them. Understand that a meaningful life is made up of a series of daily small acts of decency and kindness. And all of you are decent and kind, which add up to something truly great over the course of a lifetime. So what principles or guideline can I recommend to you to help in making your choices in life? I'll say 4 things. 1, reject versions of the world that define success solely on the terms of money, accumulation of things, and overemphasis on status and security. 2, in a world that can be toxic to self-directed thinking, follow your inner moral compass and never let go of your dreams. Don't give up on your dreams even though you think you can't do it. Dreams become reality if you believe they will. I think that sounds like a movie thing. Dreams become reality if you do believe in them. Resist being pushed around by peer pressure from prejudices and false truths. 3, look at society through the prism of your values and be of good character, strong in your conviction, based on the very best wisdom of the ages. Know that you need not be perfect. None of us are perfect. Some of us think we got to be perfect, and then we realize we're not perfect. You need not be perfect. Learn from your mistakes and grow through your failures. I'm almost through. You're happy. 4, be resilient and never give up on the truly important things. In a world full of chatter and endless noise, discover presence and stillness in your life. This world is really fast and we have information all day long, information overload. Take the time to know silence. Take the time to know silence. And by silence I mean internal, silence inside. Much of the world has a vested interest in keeping us restless, craving for more, and unknowing of when enough is enough. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak to you. It's only been 6 months since I met you, but I'm honored to have the opportunity to have been part of your lives, even if for a short time. Please enjoy your graduation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Santos, for sharing your words, acknowledging the students, the support of their parents, family, and friends, and their teachers. You've given us many words and many thoughts to reflect upon and to help us keep moving in the direction you've already been taking here at ISE. The guest speaker address will now be given by Mrs. Allison Donahue. Please welcome Miss Allison Donahue.
Dear graduates, thank you for welcoming me to your caring community at ISE. I am honored to speak to you at your graduation, even though we only met a few months ago. I was asked to share what it means to be a citizen of the world and introduce you to your own journey as a global citizen. At an early age, through travel and study abroad programs in languages and music, I became intrigued by other cultures for their diverse ways of thinking. After graduating from the University of Richmond, I moved to Europe to study. I began to identify not with one particular country or nation, but rather with the world as a whole. I learned that people around the world have the same needs and wants: to be healthy, to have family and friends, to be loved, to have access to education and a future. Over 30 years ago, I began my career as an international educator at a school very much like ISE in northern Spain. A hidden gem, just like ISE, a school where students spent 12 or 13 years together, growing up together, supporting each other in their learning as well. Becoming a teacher at an international school around the world, Europe, Americas, and Asia, has given me a window into the ways of thinking and the ways of knowing. With every language comes its own perspective of the world. With every culture comes its own insight into the world. Each and every one of you possesses these qualities. As an educator, I have been fortunate to observe how children learn and develop. As a mother raising my daughter in a multicultural environment, I watched how a child learns to speak, to read, to write, to count, and to sing in another language. Just like you have learned. It is an honor to facilitate a child's learning, whether as a teacher or a parent. Today, you begin a new journey. Your next steps are steps forward. You may have a feeling of excitement, maybe apprehension, perhaps doubt, and even relief. But most likely you are experiencing a mixture of those feelings and thoughts. You may be wondering, who will be my new friends? Will I fit in? What is my purpose? Who am I? Believe it or not, you already know the answers. Your identity started with your family. Your family is your foundation. You are multicultural. You speak several languages. You identify with your heritage and your countries you grew up in. In kindergarten, your first topic of study was probably all about me. And you began to better understand your identity at this time. And then you learned about your school and your friends and your community. They are all a part of your identity and who you are. ISE is a part of your identity and always will be. It is an important foundation for you. It is time to take steps further into the world now and add to that person you have become, to continue building you and creating you. As you step out of your familiar surroundings at home, in school and country, of family and friends, you are not alone. There is a community out there where you will be welcomed and where you will fit in. This community is one of global citizens. You will meet people from all over the world, and despite the obvious differences in background, nationality, skin color, gender, culture, language, and even food preferences, you will find that you are more similar than different. Why? Because you already belong to a unique group of people, international baccalaureate graduates, ISE graduates. More than 1.2 million students worldwide have graduated from this program, the IB program. You join a group of people who represent diverse experiences and perspectives. Who are you as an ISE graduate? Who are you as an IB graduate? You're a critical thinker, you're a problem solver, you're balanced, you're knowledgeable, and you're a communicator. You are all of these things. You will meet people just like you out there, I promise. People like you who are active, compassionate, lifelong learners who understand that other people, with their differences, can also be right. People like you who help to create a better world, a more peaceful world, through intercultural understanding and respect. I ask now that you go out into the world and do well. I wish you success and happiness. More importantly, go out into the world and do good. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Donahue. Your experience in other schools and other cultures and other countries provides valuable perspective for our students and graduates to reflect upon. I particularly like how the foundation you talked to that they've all built will give them a basis for them to make excellent choices on how they can add value to their lives and the lives of the people you touch. The next speaker is the student representative. Please welcome graduate Charlene Kozik. Charlene?
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Charlene Kozik, and I've been at ISC for 10 years now. I was really surprised but honored when I was asked to give this speech today as one of the graduates of 2022. As many of my classmates would know, I tell you guys everything about my life. I literally won't shut my mouth, but I think especially Mr. Rich and Miss Ann would know that, so sorry for annoying you during class through these couple of years. But now that I'm up here, asked to give a speech, I feel like I've run out of things to say. But being at ISC for 10 years has taught me that school isn't all about academics and straight A's, but it's about people like friends, teachers, and staff who are by your side as you walk through difficult times. I remember my first day of kindergarten, walking through the elementary school halls as my mom was dragging me to Miss Margaret's classroom. I told her, "I don't want to go, Mom," because I was scared of these new people and the new life I had ahead of me. But thank God my mom dragged me to that classroom that day, because standing here today, I wouldn't trade my ISC family and these experiences for anything. To the class of 2022, I'm so proud of us. If we made it through staying awake during Zoom classes, our Pamoja online teachers, and IB exams for the first time in 2 years due to COVID, then we can get through anything in life. But soon, our whole life is going to change. We're going to make new friends, new experiences, and new homes. But knowing that even thousands of kilometers away, we will still be here for one another is what should reassure and excite you for your new future. I wish you all the best, and I can't wait to see the things we'll achieve together. Some of these people I'm graduating with today have walked with me through the halls of ISC since kindergarten. I have grown up with you guys, and you have been my family, a family of my own for years. And now it's time for us to walk into a new life. Even if your mom has to drag you through it, because maybe you'll end up finding a home just like ISC. Thank you.
Thank you, Charlene. You've been a role model as a student, a leader, and a contributor. We will surely miss your positive influence on all of us. Our next speaker is one of our faculty members, Sensei Takashi Kakizaki. Takashi will deliver the faculty speaker address. Please welcome Takashi.
Good evening, everyone. You might have already know that I am Kakizaki Takashi, the Japanese teacher at ISE. On behalf of ISE teachers, I want to give a message to the class of 2022. First of all, congratulations that you all graduate from ISE. Some of you have been here for 14 years, or some of you have been here for 4 years. It doesn't matter. Now you will officially receive a diploma and move on to the next steps. We are proud of you. Secondly, I want you to know that your next task is to enjoy your next step, much more than any other age group. COVID-19 literally messed up your entire high school life. It forced you to stay home, not being able to travel, and MISA sports events were cancelled. Are you allowed to hug your friend when you come to school after COVID? No, not after COVID. Temporary, like after COVID. No. Do you like online classes? I don't think so, right? Were you? No, sorry. For some people, high school life can be the best time of their lives. So, please enjoy the next step of your life. You have a right to do it. Now your parents also know how hard the time you overcame was. Lastly, thank you for being our students and making our lives much more fun at school. I have never felt that teaching here is boring because you sometimes made us laugh from the bottom of our heart. Sometimes you told me some stories which was interesting. Of course, we are looking forward to hearing more stories in the future. It is hard for me to believe that the date of the graduation for the class of 2022 has come today. When will be the next time we can meet? Maybe tomorrow, or maybe next week, maybe 50 years later. But no matter when it will be, see you sometime in the future. Congratulations, and thank you very much. Goodbye for today.
Thank you, Takashi, for your thoughtful words in recognition of our graduating seniors. You are deeply respected by everyone in the ISE community, and you will be missed. We would now like to play the senior slideshow. This is a contribution from all of the seniors and put together by Charlene Kozik and Sakura Ijima and one of our creative staff members, Kunsai. Try and see if you can recognize the students from their childhood photos.
a 12-passenger van in a small club in Minnesota, and the snow outside it burst out. I just wanted my name and a star. Now look at where we at, still growing up, still growing up. I'm in my blood and dreaming about what I do. Couldn't wait to get on, couldn't wait to do something more. Wish I was still young. I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. 'Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days. Wish I didn't think I had the answers. Wish I didn't drink all of that past first. Wish I made it to homecoming, got up the courage to ask her. Wish I would've gotten out of my shell. Wish I put the bottle back on that shelf. Wish I wouldn't have worried about what other people thought. I felt comfortable with myself. It's top open, and the stars above. Moment flows and sneaking out and falling in love. Me, you, and the future, we just begun. On the glass train, figuring out who I was. Let's go. I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. 'Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days. Never thought we'd get old. Maybe we're still young. Maybe always look back and think it was better than it was. Maybe these are the moments. Maybe I'm missing with us. Let's scared of the future, thinking about the past. So I'm missing out on that. We've come so far. I guess I'm proud. And I ain't worried about the wrinkles where we smile. I got some scars. I'm done. I feel some pain and see some things, but I'm here now. Let's go. You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. I wish somebody would've told me, babe, someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
I always enjoy watching the slideshow to see how our graduates have grown into the adults they have become. I recognize the bond that is developed between the students. I hope this is a bond that will support you for many years to come. Our next speaker will provide the valedictorian address. The valedictorian is Sakura Ijima, the student with the highest academic achievement of the class. Please welcome Sakura Ijima.
Good evening, graduates, friends, parents, teachers, and everyone else that is here today. Before I begin, I would like to first congratulate the class of 2022 on safely and successfully graduating from high school. I'm sure most of you can relate, but I especially have been waiting for this very day to come for a long time. This is a day we finally get to throw these little hats in the air with a feeling of liberation from stacking up due dates and stress from studying and memorizing that amylase digests carbohydrates and all that stuff. I'm not going to be waking up at 6:30 in the morning dragging myself around my house to get ready to go to school anymore. No more having to analyze the purpose of a Garfield comic strip at 8 a.m. in the morning. or figuring out how fast a ladder is slipping down a wall. I'm sorry, Mr. Joe, I never cared. None of that tiring high school stuff anymore. But then at the same time, that also means we won't be able to make fun of each other in class, or spend free block out in the field on a nice breezy day eating our Pocky and sour cream Pringles. No more complaining about our teachers, or our overpriced and bad cafeteria food, or even getting together at somebody's house the day before exams to stressfully cram in information. We won't be doing that together anymore. I've been at ISC for 6 years now, and sure, our school isn't the largest school or the most luxuriously equipped with elevators taking us to every floor, but what I can say is that ISC has its people. People talented in music, dance, gaming, people super knowledgeable about the history of the world, people really good at reading webtoons during class, or completely butchering a pronunciation of a word. Oh, I did it right there. People really good at just non-stop talking. And of course, the list of many other great qualities continues. It's actually crazy considering how small of a community we are, the number of uniquely different people I've been able to get to know in my 6 years here. And if this small community here at ISC could open my eyes up to so many interesting and different ideas and perspectives, imagine what the rest of the world has to offer. So walking out of ISC today, I want to thank everyone that I've encountered here. To all the good, bad, awkward, bizarre memories that I've made with everyone here at ISC, thank you, truly. Because no matter how small of a memory it was, those experiences I've had are what made me into the person I never have imagined to be 6 years ago. I'm going to treasure the smallest of all moments and I've had here at ISC and look back at them in the future. Because whatever I will be doing then will be thanks to every one of you guys that are here today. Again, congratulations to the class of 2022 and to all the best yet to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Sakura, for all the support you've given to your class and to the school. Your words can be an inspiration for our graduates as they move on to the next stage of their lives as adults. And now, we've come to the presentation of diplomas. Please welcome back to the stage Mr. Roberto Santos, who will be supported by Kun Pang in officially recognizing their accomplishment of earning an ISE high school diploma. Charlene Kozik. Charlene has been accepted to Cambridge School of Visual and Performing Arts. Sakura Ejima. Sakura has been accepted to the University of Richmond. Vararum Piramkij. New has been accepted to Bangkok Thonburi University. Tidiporn Fuglik. Ploy has been accepted to Assumption University and Rangsit University. Natnapapit Rumrun. Bayfern has been accepted to Koç University and Biligi University in Turkey. I'd like to make a special mention.
She looks good.
There's Katoon. We can see you
We
there.
can see you. Hi.
She's joining us by Zoom.
Feel better.
Shotrios Lalert.
Look at her.
Katoon has been accepted to Silpakorn University. She's reaching out for it. Congratulations, Katoon. It's in the mail. Aranya Stober. Junsung Lee. Junsung has been accepted to Chulalongkorn University. Nathan Potisit. Nathan has been accepted to the University of Richmond. Jaewoo Chung. We expect to see Jaewoo as a future tutor. Yunsu Chiang. Congratulations, Richard. And Rio Akiyama. Congratulations, Rio.
Can we see her again and say hello one more time?
We're going to say hello to Katoon one more time.
Where is she? Find her. Hey, we want to see her again. There she is.
There we go.
Okay, don't cry. Oh, I gotta say something before we do this. Thank you for leading this. You've done a really nice job, and it's taken a lot of time, organized and wonderfully done. Some other people, I know you're gonna say hello to people, right? But I want to make sure everybody knows that Charlie is here. You know, and so can you stand up for a second? So Charlie's Charlie, and he's representing the school, the board, and everybody else. So, okay, I'll shut up.
Thank you, Mr. Santos and Kun Pang, for the presentation of the diplomas. Graduates, your tassels are worn on the right side of the cap before the ceremony, and then are moved to the left side to indicate that you have passed from one level of learning to high school diplomas. Graduates, please move your tassels. It moved more than the left side. There we go. Very perceptive. In recognition of the very special support and love given by their parents, the graduates will now present a flower bouquet to their parents. Aranya, you may lead. Leave your diploma and flower here. Parents, thank you very, very much. You've given us great people to work with. Okay, there'll be plenty of opportunity for photos in just a few more minutes, so we'll wrap up in just a moment. Graduates, if you could come back. Okay, everybody? I'd like to mention that we acknowledge that Katoon is actually in quarantine right now, and we're trying to deliver flowers to her in recognition of her accomplishments. So one more applause for her. I would like to take a moment to acknowledge all the support given for this ceremony and for the students. Thank you to Kun Sai, Kun Pat, Kun Pang, Kun Tonem, Kun Sumporn, and our Maybons for all their hard work to plan and set up and run this event. Thank you for the addresses given by Mrs. Allison Donahue and Sensei Takashi. Thank you to the ISC administrators, Mr. Santos, Kun Chudama, and Kun Charlie for their guidance and support. Thank you to Mr. Joe Hepworth, Secondary Coordinator, for his support and leadership. And thank you to the grade 12 teachers, Kun Ning Janun, Mrs. Elizabeth Cardano, Mrs. Hardeep Mulvana, Miss Su Young Ann, Miss Kelly Potisit, Miss Susan Enders, Mr. Jeremy Lees, Mr. Tim Park, Mr. Vasily Kovsal, and especially Takashi, and all the teachers and teaching assistants for their dedication to supporting the students in their growth and achievements we recognize today. Thank you to the parents of the graduates who have given They've been their #1 supporter for 18 years. And thank you to the graduates' families and friends for caring to show how important this event is. At this point, I would like to formally acknowledge and recognize the graduates of the class of 2022. Please give them an applause. The graduates will now process out to the FAC area, and we'll be joining them in just a moment. Go ahead. Yes. And we invite you to join the graduates outside the Fine Arts Center, where photos will be taken and refreshments and food will be offered. For the safety of everyone, we ask that you move outside to meet the graduates. We apologize it may be warm outside. We're following safety protocols. Thanks very much for making this a special day. One more time, let's congratulate the graduates.